can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Commando. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two...
Better half. My way is both better and brighter.
The best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems we're...
Guess left can be right, sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. For it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Finished him off. Youch! Just be glad there's a rope. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Small things for your big ideas. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. Not opening for you. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. I'm good. Slice and dice. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar.
Farfarifto, tuka kubu.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way over.
Befabihita, un tukub kirko.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize.
Ye, mufurbo, bum.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin.
Momombuso, shintuata motifua yevofo, lola nofo.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that
Ya, you mawa.
he says it has taken you a long time to bring.
Toluwoya, lo, yalu batoluyu. Ugabon ang ugakat yepromo, buf.
Had it asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. He understands why you came all the way out here. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potato, the Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. You found one. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a... Only time will tell. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he... Go catch the Nono with the net. You handle that net like you've never done. One day, he hopes... But today, your focus... Now that you've seen the Nono... One day, he says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail. He says he remembers the tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that the world the genetic evolution that occurred after. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merkpuff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the northwest route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoofpuff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porkypuff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Tuloya, voto lola.
Out of Date says his friends are...
Fofo umpa bagwa papamu.
The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting.
Alu votoloa.
He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree...
Mopu far kobi.
Regardless, you'll meet...
To wowo.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone. He's heard. He worries there won't be much left. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not... He's...
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Take it out now.
There's always...
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
Oloi bo bopawe.
Out of date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a
Mau mauya.
The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act.
Le yayato.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Pilvov ugvuhu vobra bu.
Out of date says someone needs to...
Iboda kelmok.
He be...
Ewe boboye.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. He let you in, but thinks you should be patient when it comes to the... The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a... The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the... Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of... If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outpost. Once you've dealt with the rival's outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to Seeing you brings back his memories of the old... He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong, and can sometimes come to life. Passing... You have things to do, places to go to. Understands you... Says it would have been easy for you to end up bitter. Beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred.
Running low.